every day you give your time, energy, and nerves, you're okay? I know where the journey begins. A clear system, a step-by-step plan, no high math or 7-syllable terms. Well, dear diary, got up again in the morning, went to work, spent 3 hours on the road, 8 on nervous communication with colleagues, but you're okay? I mean, you're hanging in there, right? Seriously, every day you give your time, energy, and nerves, and the feeling of standing still only gets worse. Do you want more? Or at least a real chance at change? Here's where it gets interesting. My name is Simon, and I know where the journey begins. Not with a perfect schedule, not with a magic button, but with a clear understanding of how the market works and how not to get lost in it at the first step. And this is what I've prepared for you. A clear system without overload, a step-by-step plan that will help you understand the basics, an approach that's just right for beginners, no high math or 7-syllable terms. It's not quick success, but it's definitely a start. Watch to the end, I'll show you how I use the system myself. It's clear and to the point. Let's go. I want to share an important thing, especially if you're watching and you are thinking about getting started. I invite you to my trading community, a place where every day we take apart the market together. I show you my approach and explain every step, right on the air. No water and complex formulas, just step-by-step actions that you can put into practice. And you know what's cool? The participants proved themselves, not because they got lucky, but because they took action. They're following the deals, learning and taking their steps every day. And that can really be inspiring. If you want to join, now's a great time. Follow the link in the pinned comment, sign up and become part of the community. While you're thinking, someone else is already trying it. Take your first step, I'll meet you inside. In the meantime, let's get to trading. Without unnecessary introductions, let's move on to trading. I opened the platform and added several popular pairs for analysis. I also included a simple tool that helps to understand the general mood of the market. If the line on it is at the top, it may mean that the growth may be slowing down. If it's at the bottom, it may mean that the upward movement may start soon. I'll show you everything step by step so that you can understand the principle. Today will be a simple session. We'll closely watch how the market behaves. I'll show you everything clearly. Let's go. Let's start with the first pair. I'm looking at the chart. The price has been rising for a long time and is now in the upper zone. This may be a signal that the growth is about to stop. A candlestick with a long shadow on top has appeared on the chart. Such a candlestick is often found when the movement is ready to change. Right behind it are several small candles. This may indicate a slowdown. I'm making a prediction for a possible downward movement. When the market shows such signals, the main thing is not to miss them. Great, let's move on. I move to the second pair. Here is the opposite situation. The price has been declining for a long time and now it's in the lower zone. This may be the moment when the market is ready to start rising. On the chart, you can see a candle that overlaps the previous one. This can be a good sign. Then there is a candle with a long shadow at the bottom, which often appears before an upward move. Well done. When you read market behavior like a book, things can get a lot easier. Next pair, the general trend is downward, but recently the price made a short pause and rose a bit. The indicator shows that there is still a potential for decline. A candle with a small body and long shadows appears on the chart, which indicates uncertainty. It's followed by a strong downward candle. Forecast: continuation of the downward movement. When everything is in one direction, it can be a good guide. We act calmly. Let's move on to the next pair. Here the price has corrected a bit after the growth. A sequence of several small candles is formed on the chart. This may be a harbinger of new movements. Also appears a candle with a long shadows at the bottom, and the indicator shows that the market begins to turn around. New growth is possible. Everything is in its place. The main thing is to notice these moments and not to hurry. Just now we've broken down the market and found some great entry points. You've seen how the strategy works in real time, how I make decisions, and now you realize that trading is not chaos, but a system to follow. If you're watching this video carefully, you've already started thinking like a trader. But here's the big question. Are you ready to take the next step and put this knowledge into practice? I've created a trading community where I analyze trades in real time every day. There you can see the market through my eyes, get clear instructions, and gradually master trading without stress and guesswork. Inside you will find a clear algorithm of actions so you can understand the market. Live trading with parsed trades. You'll see how strategies are applied in real life. A supportive community where beginners become confident traders. You can continue watching videos or move to a new level of market understanding. Follow the link in the pinned comment and join the community. Let's keep going. I'm looking at a familiar pair again. The price has risen a bit, but familiar signals are appearing at the top. Several small candles in a row and then a strong downward candle. This could indicate the end of the rise. The indicator shows overheating. Prediction: a downward move is possible. Here it's important not to miss the point where you should stop. The market tells you everything. The following example: after a small decline, a candle appears which overlaps the previous candle. This may be a sign that buyers are coming back. The indicator also starts to move upwards. Everything suggests a possible rise. You have to observe, and then many things become obvious. Going back to the pair we have already been, the chart shows a candle with a long shadow on top. The indicator at the top, this could be a sign that growth is slowing down. Prediction: there could be a move down. There are times when the market can repeat familiar scenarios. The main thing is to recognize them in time. Here the price has risen a bit, but the trend remains. There are 3 small candles on the chart again, followed by a strong upward candle. The indicator is starting to reverse from the bottom. Continued upward movement is possible. The more you practice, the easier it is to see the logic in the chart movement. Everything is going according to the plan. We finish on a familiar pair. After the decline, the familiar signals appear again, a candle with a long shadow at the bottom, several small ones nearby, and the indicator starts to turn upwards. Forecast: possible upward movements. That's it. We've considered different situations, from possible reversals to continuation of movements. The main thing is to follow step by step and take your time. Everything comes with practice. If you've seen this far, it means you're really interested in understanding how trading works, and this is already an important step. Most people stay at the level of "I wonder what it's like" because they are afraid to start or don't know where to start. But when you have a clear route and support, the path becomes easier. I've created a community where every day I analyze the market live. Everything happens in calm, accessible way. I explain what signals I see on the chart, why I make this or that decision, and what to pay attention to. You can join in, watch, ask questions, and gradually figure things out on your own. Important: this is not a course where you watch the theory alone. It's a live format where you become part of the process. Beginners join every day, and many have already managed to build an understanding of how to work with the market without overload and stress. If you want to join, follow the link in the pinned comment. Inside, everything is set up so that you feel confident from day one. We are waiting for you in the community.